Hello everyone, welcome to the Engineering Projects YouTube channel. My name is Junaid Shahid, and in this video I'm going to explain you how you can develop WordPress page feature in ASP.NET Core project. In the last video we have developed the navigation bar at the sidebar with the help of view component, and in this video we are going to develop the exact same page feature of WordPress in ASP.NET Core. We are not going to use the block editor, which is the current editor of WordPress. We are going to use Summernote for this purpose, which is really easy to understand and to pursue development. Let's see in this video.
This is the WordPress website, and here we have open a page, add new feature, which we are going to develop that in our ASP.NET Core. So for this I have created a model having ID as a primary key, title as a title of the page, content as a HTML rendering string, and here you can see I have utilized allow HTML, which will help us to store HTML directly into our database. If you will not use this, you will get error definitely, because C# will not allow you to store HTML directly from your web page to your database, and to ignore that you have to use this data annotation, which will allow you to store HTML. Then we have feature image, which is having the return type string, because we are going to save feature image path, not feature image as blob in database, so it will store and carrying the path. So it is a boolean flag. If it's true, then it's public. If it's false, then it's private. Same is the case with isAllow comment. If it's true, then in the next section when we will work on the comments, we will check that if the comments are true, only then comment section will visible below the post and page, and whatever the area on which commenting is having, so we will check that, cross check that with this flag in each page. Okay, so this is a simple entity model. I have added that here in the application DB context. So this is the entity model, and this is the name of the table in which the page's information will be stored. So when we will create this application and update our database, our table is created having the name page, and all the CRUD operations are performed under the information available in this table. I have added the migration of this entity. Now we just need to update the database, and it will generate the code for this table. Along with this, we need to create a controller for page in which we will perform the CRUD operations, and here you can click and see that migration is performed. Okay, move on to the controller and right click here to add a new controller. Click here, a controller. Then we are going to use MVC controller with the views using entity framework. Click here and click on add. Now we will give the name to our controller. As first I will represent my model class, which is pages model. Then here is the application context. Then I will represent the name of my controller, which is pages controller. Click on the generate view, so it will create CRUD operation views, and hit on add. Now the scaffolding begins. It will generate our views. As you know, we have done a lot of work on scaffolding in our previous tutorials in the Engineering Projects YouTube channel. We have done a lot of things on entity framework. The same is the case is running here, and it is generating views, entities, CRUD operations, their validations, and so on. Things are generating automatically. Right after this, we need to slightly modify our application, and we will, right after this, we will run our application. Before running the application, you need to remove bindings. So okay, let's discuss binding. Here we have some attributes which are allowed in here as a parameter. If I will add a new property in pages model, and I will not add them here by comma separating, then that property is not acceptable as a parameter when I will submit a form. To bypass this, either you have to add a parameter here too, or either you can remove this. So every property can automatically bind which is available in the pages model. So remove the binding from here too. Okay. Now the next step is to create the UI. So right click here and go to the UI and pin it. Now execute the application. Okay, as you remember, we are using the WordPress layout, so we also use the logical things which WordPress is using, such as the editor. So first inspect the editor, what kind of editor it is. I just right click here and inspect the element. Even that you can use F12 to come to this bottom page. Inspect this. So here is editor rich text block, which is available under the WordPress WP admin post new.php. Let's explore this. So here we have a WordPress application open in Sublime. So we will go to the WP admin, then post new.php. So here we have post new.php. Let's explore this. Here you can see what if is not a new post. So this view will render and get the information else this. Okay, so they are not defining any editor here right from the jQuery. They are doing that dynamically in PHP. Okay, so we need to find a way to detect their work. What we will do, let's see. So the editor is starting from here. Here is a class which is rendering the information of the editor. We can view source and search for editor. Here is WP editor font CS and the style sheet is available here. We need to find the JavaScript version of editor. Okay, so here is the JavaScript of block editor, or here is the editor.min.js. We can explore this and go to this one or any other library version which is using this code, or either the cheapest way to get rid of this, we can use a summer node, which is really easy to understand and really easy to integrate, which is the compatible of the old version of this editor. This is the block editor, which really I don't like. So but if you want to use that, you can do some work on this, but I like the old one, which is a really simple, and we can get that from summer node. Okay, it's pretty quite good and have a strong documentation, so you can easily do that. We'll directly dive into the examples and copy the code right from here. But before that, we need to add their essential libraries. Instead of downloading the things, we simply use this and copy and paste that into our create view. Okay, so this is our view, which we have to change first of all. So how we can change it? First, we will execute our application, which is executing. Let's visit that. Here we have. Then we need to visit our pages controller, and it will execute the list of pages. Here in the debug section, you can see what's happening on the server side. So here is the page. What we need to do, we need to make its layout to that layout which is necessary for us. We will go to the home index and copy this one, replace it with this. Then we will remove information and we will only use a div here instead of the whole HTML. Now when we will refresh our page, okay, there is no error. Oh yes, we are checking the list. We have to check the create. The layout is implemented in the create page. So now you can see the title is changed, the view is changed. Okay, so now we have simple area in which we have to implement title and description. So we will use a quick bootstrap here. Okay, quick bootstrap. This is the row. Remove this. Okay, we are going to change this into something bigger, and title is on the top and this bar is below the title. So here we have a label title, we have a BR, and then it's come like this. Okay, either you can use a row for individual title, and in the second row you can do this, and so on things you can do that. Or either you can make it more quiet, good, clean according to the UI UX design. Remove the title, use placeholder title of page, or either you can say page title. Then here we have the content. We will use feature image later. So first is this. Here we have 12 column for large screen. Oops, it doesn't work. We have call LG 12. It will be larger for everyone. Let me see, is it implemented here or not? Okay, good. It's good. Okay, it's not good. We have to define a column for this, like or either we can use something here. Okay, it's not work. I think the bootstrap is not installed on this page, so we can get that from summer note. Here is the summer note. Let's copy these scripts and add them here, and now we will refresh our page. and you have seen that it's get changed automatically. Okay, so this is the title of the page, content is public, etc, etc. Now what we will going to do, we will going to copy the summer note function, which here is the ID, which will create the content section. Under the description, where is that? Okay, yes, here's the content. Here we will use it, and it will be something like content. It's having the ID as content, and we will put information from here to in this by making it hidden. So it's hidden above this. HTML helper dot, or you can use HTML dot hidden for model of model content, and value is this. Or either you can give value straight away from here, or you can do that dynamically from jQuery. We will do that dynamically from jQuery. Remove this and remove this too. So here's the content section. Then we need to copy the code. Okay, we need to use it as a text area. Oh, let me copy it straight from here. Yes. So this is it. Its name will be content, and rest will be done automatically. Then I will use the JS code to call this when document get ready. Now refresh your page, and quick description box is ready. We need to define the size with the help of document. Here we have, okay, basic APIs. Just copy this and paste here, and minimum height should be 400. Now refresh, and here you see this is added. Okay, now let's have a try. Title or page 1, public, allow, create. It's created the information. Let's change the list to, go to the page, go to index, copy the layout from here and paste that here. Just copy the table and these things. Rest will be get deleted. Now refresh this. Okay, so this is how it's look like. We are not using any data table right now. We will use it later. So this is representing like this, and when I will click on edit, it comes here, which I have to change to. So go to the edit page, pin that, and pin this too. Change the layout add the libraries. Okay, remove these and remove this. Secondly, we need to replace these things too with the help of this. This title is get replaced straight from here, and content is replaced straight from here, but we need to add a content here. So what we will do add model dot content, and it will paste all the HTML available. Now refresh this. Oops, I didn't call the method. Refresh this. Something maybe happened. Okay, someone note is not a function. Maybe these things are not called successfully. Okay, yes, here you can see on my page I have some load unsafe scripts. It's happened due to security. Okay, you can see it's done. Now I need to change it into LG12. Refresh the page again. Here you can see this is the title, this is the page 1, tick tick tick. Okay, let's uncheck this, save it, come here, edit. It's updated. Okay, page 2, save this, edit. It's updated. So we have fulfilled the feature of title, description. Now it's time to fulfill the feature image feature. So this is also done. So we need to add select image tag here. Okay, it should be a type of file. So here, come here, and what we will do, instead of input here, we will add a type of type. Oops, yes, we need to add a type of file. Input type file. That's it. Give it a name as image and remove this control. Also need to do that same in create, but first we will do it in create, then do it in edit. So here is the feature image. Okay, now we need to create a data transfer object to pull the information of image, or either we can use a separate variable as a separate parameter, but we will not do that. We will use a proper DTO. Stop the execution of application, create a new folder having name DTO under the models, having annotation data transfer object, create a new class, and new class should be page DTO inherited from page model. Inherited from the page model, having property of file type. Okay, before adding a property for file, I want to let you know that we are using ASP.NET Core, and in this we have iFiles instead of HTTP file, posted file base object. So we will use iForm file here as iForm. This object we are going to use. Okay, and name should be same as we are using here, which is the image, and here we have image. And now we use page DTO instead of the main model, which is page model. We use this one. Okay, now we are using this, so there is no context available for this, so we are going to convert that before submitting to the context. So what we will do, first we will use this, create a new instance, data, this. Now exchange information from page DTO, pass the data to the model, and before this we need to get data from here. We need to get content, then publish and comment. So content, publish, comment. Attach the relative properties. Now only the image name is left, which we will get from the iForm. Okay, the iForm file. How we will get that? First, we are going to use the loop on it. If there are multiple images, then we loop through them. If there is only a single image, we can go for it, but I will use loop. It will be helpful to check the length too. So for each time I will go for dot image. I will check that if there is a file or not available here. Okay, for each cannot be on, does not contain enumerable. Okay, which is good. So instead of doing this, we will get right from using stream, and here we have variable stream is equal new file stream. Okay, file stream. Now first add the reference. Now the file path, we need to full path of the file in the temp location, what the path you want to use, and where you want to save that. You can define the full path where you want to save your images, either it's in the main folder, content, or wherever you want to save your images. For this purpose, we are going to take help from the directory to get the final path of our image. So what we will do, we will create two parameters first here. String file name is equal to dot image dot their name. Okay, this is the full file name along with the extension. Then there is a file path. In this file path, I will combine the path dot combine first the directory, which is the root directory, dot get current directory. Then where I have to process this is at www root, and here I want to save the information under this. Okay, then after the comma I have to use the file name, which is this. Either you can use this, or either you can go for path dot get file name and place up to this, and it will get the name of the file. Or either you can use this to dot file name. So it's pretty good and almost done. Okay, now you have to, okay, don't use this here. It will store image in this area, www root folder. Now we need to define the file path first, then file mode dot create and await until, or don't await. We will use our stream to copy the information, or we need to use this file dot copy async file stream and use await here. Another file will saved and available under this root folder, and we have the full file name too. So here we have dot feature image is equal to file name. Okay, so now this feature is done too. We are going to debug this here. Run the application. So now application is somehow executed, and I have to allow the load unsafe script. Okay, it's executed. So page 2 having some images I will get from pictures, this image, open it, it is available, allow command but it's not public, created, it gives us a call here. Here I have the debugger. Okay, so when I press F10, it's get to the next step. Okay, null reference of image. Okay, so check once again, debug this. Add file. Oops, I forget. I just remind that we have to use the multi encryption here to process our images. So we need to use this thing here, the encryption part. Now continue and once again send the information. Page 2, choose this file, this is uploaded, and hit create. And now in this model I have an image available. Slightly press F10. Here is the name of the image. Here is the path where we want to store our image. Okay, we have some error here on this point. Stop application, remove @ at is used to as a prefix before the double quotation. It's get inside, that's why it's giving the error. It's executed again and we have to move on pages. Create, allow, load and save scripts. Page 2, upload the image, create it. Okay, here is the file path. An exception, and I could not find a part of path www. Okay, let's go to this area. And see what's wrong in this. Oh yes, it's get in this. Here we have www root, and here we have to store the image. So this is the full path where we need to store our images. So here we have a very little bug, which is we have 4W in root folder and the folder having 3W. So now after fixing this, execute application, and let's have a final test in which we will upload the image and complete this video. So now it is the final try. Page 2 and this image, and create. It's processing behind the scene. I didn't use a debugger because it's now working fine according to my logic of code. On the other hand side, we can open the list page and see what's information available there. Okay, so now the feature image is stored successfully, and here you can see 1205 1206. Right now it's created. So we are done with this. You just need to copy paste this functionality into the edit case, and you also need to use to preview this file if it's inserted into the database. That's upon your end. How much you want to enhance your application, you can do that in this feature. So we are done in this video.
So we are done in this video tutorial. I hope you will like this video. If you have any kind of question, you can ask us, and in this video we have complete the page feature in ASP.NET Core of WordPress. Have a good day.